downtown Orlando, 20 minutes east. We're on the campus of UCF here in Orlando, Florida. Kansas State taking on the hometown Knights. Here it is senior night inside the venue. Aaron Campbell, Despina Barton. Here's a look at the five that are recognized here. Alexia Kuhl on your screen right now. Emily Wilson, who just made her return after being away for 5 games. The ninja in the back row, Caitlin Grimes. And number 12, Heidi Bonday, who has suffered through knee injuries. And get this, Aaron, everyone, and Chloe Shear, of course, the masterful defensive specialist, everyone is available today here for Coach Jenny Mowers, something that hasn't been in place health-wise since October 25th. And Aaron, I know we're gonna take a peek here at the Big 12 volleyball standings. How much has health really played a role in where the Knights have kind of jockeyed here in the current standings?
Yeah, I mean, they've had an incredibly tough schedule, right? And they still have more tough games to play. Arizona State's still on the schedule for them later on in the season. Big surprise that Arizona State is leading the conference. You know, they're going to probably get that automatic bid depending on how the rest of the season goes, Kansas. But again, remember that these, basically from BYU up, all of these teams are ranked in the top 25. So UCF's had a really, really tough schedule. They've played a really, really competitive schedule. And tonight, they just want to send these seniors off from home with a win.
Yeah, Aaron, obviously you're a graduate of UCF here. You remember senior night. What type of emotions are going through these players' minds knowing this is the last outing on home court?
Yeah, you just want to soak it all in, right? And there's something about your home locker room. Like, there's a lot of excitement. There was a lot of playfulness, which was actually really refreshing. You can see the smile on even Coach Jenny Mowers' face. Like, it doesn't matter what their record is. This is about the seniors. And, hey, let's send them off with a big win. And that's exactly what they're going to try to do tonight.
So, right, we saw the seniors in this unit for UCF go up against a very strong team in Utah. They'll try to put the pieces here together and building blocks to face Jason Manfield's squad here in his second season. He led this team to a record-breaking 5 top 25 wins last year. This year, though, he, much like Coach Maurer, have been hindered with injuries.
Yeah.
On the flip side, we know Coach Jenny Mowers, she's been a part of the program now for 9 years. This is her second season at the helm as the head coach. And this year, the Knights have really tried to find an identity, and the injuries have played a big role. But it's senior night, fresh slate, everyone's healthy. Aaron, what do you expect?
Yeah, just have some fun. Like, make volleyball fun again. You know, it's hard. I remember my senior year, we were kind of in the same position. We had a really, really good first stance in the new conference. So we had made the switch to Conference USA. Then my senior year, we were actually, you know, we were going into a new conference. There was a lot that had to happen. We wanted to make sure we, like, had a good fighting chance. And then, you know, it didn't happen the way we wanted. But senior night was still an important piece, right? You wanted to have that one final home stance, have some fun, be with the fans, be with your team, because you're never going to be here again. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and for UCF, they played a stellar match against number 20 Utah just a few nights ago. Went 5.
Yeah.
They took the first 2 sets pretty handedly, and then were not able to close the door. But there was a fiery component to that because we did see Emily Wilson return. 19 kills for the senior. Her, as well as Alexia Kuhl and Ava Armour, had stellar outings. Let's see how the Knights bounce back. Ball up high. The block is there. It goes out of bounds, though. Point, Clinton. One thing that Jason Mansfield said of his team is that they're very adaptable. They've been able to be consistent when they have had no consistency in the lineup. He shared with us 9 different lineups due to injuries this year.
Yeah, but they've played amazing matches. They had that 5-set match with Iowa State where, you know, a lot of players had their record nights, basically career high nights. They just beat number 18 TCU in 3. So this team, you know, when they're playing all together, you talk about having UCF having all the components together. When K-State has all their components together, they're a tough team.
So off the arm of Ava Armour, and Chloe Shear and the Knights get the ball. Despina Barton alongside Erin Campbell, and the third member of our team, Gabriella Hogland, will join us in just a little bit. And this is another swing and point for Anaya Clinton, the redshirt sophomore from Midland, Texas.
It's really effortless on her swing, has a lot of athleticism in those legs and that arm swing. So far has not been able to be slowed down by the UCF block.
She's actually credited for the 3 first points. Acts that. Ella Larkin now with an ace for Kansas State. This is a team that's coming off that 3-0 victory over TCU, ranked, of course. And as you look at their positioning, Erin, what is on the line for Kansas State as they finish out their Big 12 calendar?
Yeah, you know, I think the at-large bids are kind of already taken, but I think what you want to go away, especially with this season, is you want to have that kind of over 500 Big 12 season, right? So if they leave tonight, they'll be 9-6 in conference. They want to keep that up, finish the season out. They do have to face Kansas, Colorado, and BYU to close out. So again, this puts them in a really good position to close out above 500. And have that season, you know, above 500 seasons in a conference like Big 12 is a great recruiting piece, right? Especially when you're, you know, Coach Mansfield, who's really trying to continue the tenure of success with this program. And so far just have lit up the serve receive for UCF.
And that's going to be enough for Coach Maurer to take a timeout. We will step away with them. We'll be right back here. Set number 1, UCF and Kansas State.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, geez. No.
Okay.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All we want is to find our way home.
I'll get you home. Got a crew of murderous bounty hunters. He's coming after us. We have to move fast.
We have no idea who he is.
You can trust me.
You're a Jedi, right?
Of course.
What just happened?
Watch this.
Skeleton Crew, streaming December 3rd, only on Disney+.
Let's go!
The SEC ACC Challenge, next Thursday on ESPN.
Two aces and 4 kills there for Kansas State. Anaya Clinton and crew doing some dirty work here. They lead by 6 points. And guess what? You can spend less and stream more sports here with a special offer on your screen from ESPN Plus. You can save $20 and get an annual subscription for the price of $9. That sounds pretty sweet, Erin, huh?
It's giving Black Friday deals. That's what it's giving.
Black Friday, just over a week away from today. Thanksgiving on the radar. Volleyball postseason on the minds for the Wildcats, as the Knights get the ball back and a chance to rally as Caitlin Grimes, one of the 5 seniors, steps up to the service line. Grimes, the senior from Lebanon, Ohio, has to wear multiple hats this year as open court is easily found there by Schmidt.
They've really, really forced that middle so far. Now with Schmidt in the front row, leads this team in kills per set and total kills on the season, right? It's like 163.
Yeah, no, she's got 163, and Leah Carter, who's already got 4 tonight, leads the team with 394. So huge monster threats as Armour finds a way to convert for the Knights.
Christina, you were talking about postseason a little bit. So December 1st is the selection show, right? So right now, when you look at where K-State is, they're in that middle of the pack. If they close out the rest of this conference with some big wins, they may be part of that conversation on December 1st. Now, granted, you're going to always have that number 1 number one, you may even get 2 automatic bids because of how powerful the Big 12 has been. So K-State's certainly fighting for any kind of at-large bid to that NCAA tournament right now.
And for
they're
Coach,
playing like it.
Yeah, and for Coach Mansfield, what's up next? Well, they're going to face number 11 Kansas,
Yeah.
right? Then go to Colorado, and then take on number 24 BYU. So very much in the cards, would you say?
100%. I mean, Kansas, they only have 2 losses in conference on the season. They're kind of showing that they, you know, I thought that they would break away from the conference, really. Arizona State has stepped in, but it's teams and players like K-State. I mean, it's teams like K-State who just know how to score points. Like, it's not bump, set, hit every single time. It's this like aggressive attacking. That's what makes for really, really good teams going into this part of the season.
Wilson in the front row, her second match back. On the slide, Schmidt, and Armour's there. Try it again for Wilson, too much firepower. Oh, they're gonna say it too.
Oh, I don't even think she thought there was a touch. So we're gonna see a challenge here. Jason Mansfield using one of his 2 challenges. Again, when they look at what's on their screens, the officials have different views than us. But from these angles, that ball looks clearly wide.
And that's on our side of the court, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like there's a trick of the eye that happens when we're over here sometimes, but yeah, I think this will be a relatively short call.
Got to give a big shout out to Jenna Van Boos, our SID, who has been helping us this entire season long. She's on the left side of your screen. You can see her mug there with her name on it, Jenna. We're very thankful for you and all the great notes you give Aaron and I all season long. Coach Mansfield hydrating up himself. And listen, he walks in with a pretty impressive resume. 7 NCAA Final Four appearances and 1 national championship. That was, of course, when he was an assistant coach at Stanford and Washington. So he knows how to win, and now he's building the blocks over at Kansas State at the helm.
Yeah, and if you grew up in my era, Stanford volleyball was a perennial power for forever. You know, coach, you have John Dunning, who is an incredible coach, kind of set the pace, set the tone for what like program volleyball looked like, and to be kind of your coaching be bred from that. It's kind of nice to see that being extended into a new generation of coaching. You know, not a player's coach. You know, it's a very, very formulaic. Think of it as like the Bill Belichick's and the Nick Sabans of volleyball, right? Like that whole programmatic thought, where sometimes you have the Dan Campbells that are really successful because he's the player's coach and that works in that program. But he's kind of, what's interesting is that Jason Mansfield's really bringing in that kind of program thought into this K-State program. And, you know, they have brand new facilities. It's, you know, the investment from the athletics department's there, and he wants to ride that wave for sure. Yeah, that ball's out.
Okay, so point Kansas State as suspected. So the lead now pushed up to 7. Scoreboard in here reads 11-3. Excuse me, 8-point lead for Kansas State. And we'll see more of Anaya Clinton, the redshirt sophomore from Midland, Texas. And one thing he did share too, he's like, this group, they've got a lot of depth. A lot of upperclassmen, 9 to be exact. And then you look at the core too, it's probably split down the middle between the young guns and the upperclassmen. This one, where it looked tipped, you know, touch from our angle.
Oh, they are going to call the touch.
Okay,
here.
There's the touch.
So now are you going to challenge it again? Just move on. Oh, he's going to challenge it again. Another challenge, back to back.
Okay. Throwing out the green cards here
you
inside
see how
the venue.
That is? It's like, hey, I'm not letting anything grit through. I'm like, we want to come in, we want to make a name for ourselves. We're close to the end of the season. We want that at-large bid. We want to make a name for ourselves. I appreciate that. There's a sense of like, I'm not letting anything go, anything slide.
Playing airtight. How big, I guess, Aaron, speak to me and break it down. Are these matches, can they convince those that have voting power based on how, say, Kansas State finishes tonight. Does that count? Are there, you know, I don't want to say beauty points, but what's involved here?
I think it's like you come in, you take care of business 3 and out, make it no question if you're K-State. Then you have BYU and Kansas, who are, again, top 2 teams, one of the top teams in the conference. You go in, you take care of business there. That argument becomes a lot cleaner. So you go from 8-6 to 11-6 in conference. You know,
yeah,
that's
you're blurring the lines
you're
for
blurring
everybody.
the lines, and you're making it so that Kansas, KU 13-3, that Utah 11-4 doesn't look as good because they have other losses in other places. So it's certainly something you want to give yourself every chance you can to make it hard for the committees to decide. Yeah, no touch. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. I mean, that's what a statement you send to your team of like, nope, we're coming in, we're taking care of business. There's just, it's pretty incredible. Even on senior night, you're just like, come in, get out, let's go back.
And it was a nice gesture before the match too. UCF handed K-State seniors a small bouquet of flowers. Respect on the court. Whoa, a dump from the lefty, Shushevsky, the setter.
You've got to track that, right? Yeah, you do have Schmidt in the front row, but she's left completely alone. So Cool, that's actually Cool's blocker now. With Schmidt going behind, that Cool has to step in and track that setter the whole time. That's her assignment in when setter's front row.
Ball stays up. We're going to see Armour from the back row. Shushevsky pushes outside. And the Knights will get a side out here. Nine points. That's what K-State leads by, and the whole UCF is going to start trying to dig out of. Shushevsky, right side feed, a little disconnect there with Schmidt, so the Knights will take it.
I mean, the first unforced error by Kansas, really. Like, yeah, they've had a few balls that have hit out, but it's been close. Like, that's really the first one we've seen. This team's playing really, really tight volleyball right now.
This is the 6th all-time meeting between these two teams. The Wildcats lead 3-2. That one looked like it hurt. Wilson punching it. It's in, the official says.
Ball's out.
Okay, we had a discrepancy.
Yeah.
At the
it's
calls.
in on his side, but you had to look at this line, Judge. Yeah, so he's got a different point of view. Yeah. So that ball's out. Good dig by Cool, though.
You can tell her shaking off from the heat. Chalmers dumps it, tries to. Knights have to play it. Wilson going up. Block goes down. Shushevsky.
But this is what good teams do. They serve really tough, force teams out of system, become one-dimensional. Wilson's struggling a little bit. She's the only outlet, right? And then as an outside hitter, gosh, I've been there, girl. I feel that so much in my soul of like, I just want to get one kill, and you kind of drop the elbow. Your technique gets a little sloppy, and you try to make up for it.
Wilson tries again. Shushevsky, back row attack. What's up, parting the waters, and Nia Clinton. I mean, they're having some fun out there, Aaron. Clinton, by the way, 5 kills and a timeout here called by UCF. And we're gonna head over to the 3rd member of our team, Gabriella Coughlin. Gabriella, you got more on senior Chloe Shear?
Yes, with Chloe, with tonight being senior night is a perfect time to highlight Chloe's career high of 1,500 digs. She told me it was such a surreal feeling. Not many people get that moment. She didn't even know she was gonna hit that high of a number until they announced it at the game. She just returned from an injury back in July, saying that this made her into a better player, wanting to come back stronger and best for her team. Being a 5th-year senior, she wants to be the leader that adapts to what each teammate needs individually, the one that gives the tough talks and holds accountability. What type of example do you guys think such a career high moment like this sets for her teammates?
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that. So I was the 5th player in school history to reach 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs. And it was like kind of like this weird moment of like, I wanted to celebrate for myself, but it was like I couldn't have done it without my team, right? I couldn't have done it without that. So having that moment to like celebrate it was after the game, really, when it happened, when Todd told me. And it was just one of those moments of like, well, I want to be with them. Like, I want to celebrate with them. And I think that Chloe shares that same sentiment of like, hey, this is like a cool individual award, but hey, this is about collaboration and teamwork. You see, Meredith Murphy played with her. She had a phenomenal career. Jordan Pingle was shortly after my tenure. I actually have a connection with the Pingle family. Lived with them when I worked in Colorado Springs for the Olympic Committee. But she is on that list with a lot of really, really phenomenal UCF players that have had incredible careers here. And kudos to her.
On the slide, Sasha Cohen. No, it's out.
Man, hitting negative 267. They just cannot get anything in. And I don't know if it's because the K-State block is doing that well, or if it's just mishits, where that's coming from, but cannot hit the ball in.
We talked about serving tough, though. Wilson, another negative here. Ava LeGrand, the 5'10" junior setter from Nebraska here, will keep serving things up. Grimes handles it. Armour now. And nobody hitting inbounds for UCF.
This is brutal. Negative 353. It's just, the wheels are coming off. And yeah, you want to be positive. When you have a team hitting 429 against you, you've got to be able to match that with 350 and good defense, not negative 350 and not good defense. So really, really want to make sure you get that going. Now you have Britt Carlson coming in the front row. She's been a phenomenal addition to this team when she comes in. So it's a good rotation for UCF. Schomer's in the back row have the opportunity to really score some points. They just need to keep this ball.
Krzyzewski pushing it out, big swing, and Wilson and the Knights handle that off Myers. Carlson.
Great dig. Wow, look at that spot. Great get, Chloe.
He tries again. Schomer's goes middle. Cohen got him.
All set up because of Chloe just absolutely running this down. Oh, even switches hands, recognize that, hey, I'm not going to make this. I'm going to be under the net if I use that left hand, have to switch hands, go with the right so she can float under the net out of bounds so she doesn't get called.
Just a phenomenal athlete, Chloe Shear. And the Knights string a couple of points together here.
And it's kind of like points like that, like where you have somebody that's like laying it all. When things are going out like off the rails, it's like you just kind of need that one emotional point to rally around. That's what good leaders do, right? That's what seniors do. They come in and make those plays.
Back row, too much, and now we're...
Oh, they called the touch.
Clinton gets the point. A 7th kill, hitting 857.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable. I mean, that's an outside. So outside, you want to have them hit 250, 300 on a good night. Hitting 800, boy howdy.
And now the stats refresh. She's perfect on the night, 7 for 7. Not only that, she's passing in the back row. This is real dangerous. Myers swinging away. Wilson will match up. Options for Krzyzewski. And nobody gets under Fox's handle. And KSU a few points away from closing out the first set.
Oh, the official's going to go talk to the bench. Or as we like to call them, the cheer squad for away games.
You got to create your own energy, right, Aaron?
I'm telling you, we had the best bench ever. They would have awards and points and stars, game ball touches. It was the greatest. And they kept us in matches like this sometimes when it was like, oh my gosh, something does not feel right. But we had the bench like rally around us, and especially on the road.
So third ace of the evening for K-State. And the bullets keep coming. Now Wilson on the opposite side. She'll count it. And you can tell the fans have been waiting to root for Wilson. That's just her first kill.
Yeah, and that's because it was all set up with a good pass, right? You had all three options, and she was left one-on-one. So it all starts from that back line, controlling that serve.
Krzyzewski. Coming out of the pipe. And the ball oddly gets there. And the Wildcats watch it drop out of bounds, so 23-9. The visiting team.
On grass cam Johnson was Emily Wilson.
Simone Sims now, 5'5" sophomore. Defensive specials here from Frisco, Texas. With her first serve of the day. Haven't had to work through the full rotation until now.
So now when you think about, when you're Jenny Maurer, you think about maybe some matchups here. So Ava Armour has had a pretty good offensive stance. She's one of the few on this team hitting positive. Do you start her in the front row then? Do you switch the rotation? You usually start in rotation 1 or rotation 5. Are you going to do something where you're actually keeping Ava Armour in the front row for longer in that row 4?
Clinton, another kill. Real dangerous as we have set point here for the visiting Wildcats.
Back to serve for the Wildcats, Ella Larkin. Set point Wildcats.
Larkin. Shear gets it over to Armour. You talked about her positive hitting percentage in the 300s. And Clinton will notch her 9th kill of the set. Nearly as many points as UCF had for number 5 there. It's Kansas State that takes the first set convincingly, 25-10. Stick around, we'll be back with set number 2.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Everything you thought you knew is brand new.
We on a new wave. This ain't what it was.
See, when the game changes, so do we. Every day, every play. Always been greater than 12, now standing 16 strong. In every end zone, any time zone. When everyone else keeps asking, what's next? We know we are.
Have you ever wondered if there was a place where access to excellence isn't guarded by ivy, but open to all who strive for greatness? Where education leads to more than a degree, it opens a door to a career and a better life. Where imagination ignites invention and innovation, and the boundaries between science and creativity converge. That place is here, the University of Central Florida, a place for those who dare to invent the future.
Anaya Clinton, the 6'2" redshirt sophomore from Midland, Texas, just lighting up the scoreboard right now. 9 kills, and get this, Aaron, she is just 3 shy of a season high.
9 kills on 9 attempts, hitting 1,000. I've never seen that before in my life. I've never seen that before.
Could be a coming out party.
3 players on K-State right now hitting 1,000, basically perfect. And UCF just struggling at that total attack line. They've had 27 total attacks, 6 kills, hitting negative. Now, granted, it was a lot worse than that, so they have dug themselves out of a little hole. But the other thing is that they're being outdug. Right now, K-State has 12 to UCF's 6, so they're not able to score. They're not able to slow down. I mean, how do you stop a team like that, right?
So do you suspect that we might see a very different looking UCF team here in set 2?
Maybe. I think you're going to see different matchups maybe, trying to get a better blocker potentially. And I mean, you tried to get not your setter in front of Clinton, right? Because you had Shomers in the back row and Clinton was in the front row. But Bonde maybe coming in and being that right side block, which we now see Bonde in, could be something that helps here. Just get something going.
And for the Wildcats, is there anything that they didn't do well in the first set?
I mean, they served extremely tough. They had really good defense and good ball control, and then you can't talk enough about how this offense is operating. You didn't even have to worry about Schmidt, who I kind of thought coming in would be the, hey, player to watch. You have to like really keen in on her, get locked in. She's the only player on this team hitting negative. Everybody else is doing their assignment.
For Kansas State, you know, one thing that has boded well for them is they are, you know, first in the Big 12 as far as digs per set. So it's that pass and setting up the O.
And it's not even just about how many digs they get, right? We talk about dig location all the time. They're setting up their offense to be effective, right? You don't hit 400 with bad dig location. You hit almost 500.
So you're right, Aaron. They're going to start off with a different rotation for the Knights. You are seeing Heidi Bonde make her first appearance here tonight, as well as Sasha Cohen in that front row. The block presence, Bonde points to it. It's in, point for UCF.
And just giving her a different look. Somebody else to block the ball. Somebody a little bit taller, maybe a little bit more discipline on the block. That's all you need, right? Slow down that outside.
Krzyzewski back to Clinton. And off the fingertips of that front line, another kill, 10. Double digits.
Keep in mind that she's only a sophomore, right? So she has so much more room, or redshirt sophomore, excuse me. So much more progress to make. 6'2", already has this really good physicality, jumps really high in the air, has a nice arm swing. So if you're Coach Mansfield, you're really excited about this outside.
And you saw the feed from here for UCF to the middle. Cohen, nice swing, but
she hasn't played middle in, you know, 3-4 weeks. She's had to play outside. So that's a tough transition back, I think.
Shomers. She'll give it right back to Bonde. This time, Armour on the outside.
Great scoop.
Getting out of the way and straight down for dinner. What about Reagan Fox?
It's all set up by this great scoop. So Clinton comes in here, runs out of the way. You see that dive in. So you see Ava Armour dive into that. Just stay, your hands need to work independently. You block line and you block cross with two different hands. Don't crash in, because that's when you become vulnerable. You gotta keep those hands nice and strong.
The last time these two teams met was back on September 27th. K-State did sweep that outing. And Coach Mansfield was talking about how difficult it was to prepare for UCF because you just didn't know also what lineup you're running. And Alexia Poole activated now in the middle. Much more positive start.
Yeah. Good ball control so far for the Knights in this set.
Shearer, career 136 aces. He's in the record books for that at UCF. And Clinton 1 kill away from tying her season high. Shomers middle to Poole. That's a nice connection. 2 for 2 for Poole.
One thing I like about Poole is like she takes like big losses personally, right? You kind of come into this set, you really didn't get the ball much. Ball wasn't passed in a way that you could actually make some offense, but she's coming in and already making her presence known. She's a true competitor.
Poole, a transfer in from Colorado, wanted to spend her last season back at her home state of Florida, and Clinton notches her season high of 12 kills.
And like it's 4-5 in the second set. Like that's insane. Almost has half the points for K-State.
Ava Armour and just out of bounds. I mean, that feels like a gut punch.
I know.
Everything you try.
I know. But then try high hands, right? What, you know, hit down line. You have the setter there. Szulczewski, she's not extremely tall at 5'7". You know, you just have to try to get your feet to the ball and make a shot work.
Armour. Szulczewski here gives it to Clinton. Knight's ready for it. Back row attack, Wilson. Let's see what Myers has. Cheers there. Wilson again. The touch. That's what the Knights think it is.
No.
I know.
So everybody on the UCF side is convinced there was.
And so Coach Maurer steps up with the green card for a challenge.
Now keep in mind it came off the hand really, really strange. So it could be. I mean, I didn't see the point of contact, but how it rolled off, it like flattened and went out. So again, officials have better views than we do, or a different view, excuse me. Just looks like a knuckleball. I mean, maybe that left hand, maybe. This ball set so low.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna need some bifocals
Oh,
here,
no,
Aaron.
dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, you know how you always tell us to yeah, you tell us to look for the finger movement. Off of Shaylee Myers, number
Yeah,
14.
That ring finger, the pinky.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron, you've taught us so much this whole season.
I mean, it's close. So when you look at it like that, there's not enough height. I mean, listen, I was not a woman in STEM, so I'm not doing any physics, geometry. I'm not doing none of that. But we'll see. Has to have definitive evidence to sway it one way or the other. I think just how the ball came off the hands, it was an odd swing, right? So it's like, you can't tell by how the swing completed. Just very strange. We've had so many challenges.
Three challenges.
3 so far, wow.
I love how Mansfield, Coach Mansfield here, is just calm, cool. He almost, I mean, he's laser focused in on what's happening.
That's John Dunning. Like, that is like the epitome of like Todd Haley, John Dunning, the era of coaches that I grew up watching. Saw a little bit of that in KU's coach.
Another look here.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it there.
Yeah, that ring finger.
But
and
is the
pinky.
ball passed, right? So it's like hard to tell, like, is the ball passed? I don't know.
Past the,
like past her hands when that looks, I don't know, like this is gonna take a while. I don't want to be the officials right now. Then again, do I ever really know?
And we know that they have different camera angles that they are looking at. So what you're watching at home is likely not exactly what they are seeing. And again, we're going to challenge Coach Maurer and UCF. Think that ball was touched and the point should be theirs. The initial call on the floor was Kansas State point. And I think we have a verdict, or at least maybe getting closer to a verdict. And if you're just joining us here tonight, we got some Big 12 volleyball here in Orlando, Florida.
Oh,
Senior night, and the call goes the seniors' way.
So we've had every challenge reversed. Wow. Every call that we've had a challenge has been reversed. That is interesting.
So the kill goes down for Emily Wilson. And Knights have the ball. Szulczewski here to Myers. The elevation is impressive. Get out of the way. Wilson swinging. Larkin up high. Mark and Myers.
I mean, they're just points that shouldn't happen, right? You just have press your hands over the net. That ball should not be trickling in front of you in a roll shot. You know, it's about blocking is all about discipline. You just gotta take care of the ball.
Ava LeGrand. Shear keeps it up high. Wilson keeps firing. Clinton in the team can't scoop it up.
And a much better matchup for Emily Wilson. So you have the front row, you have Sholshevsky, and you have number 0, Jones. Better look, gets a little bit more court to swing on.
And Alexia Kuhl, the redshirt senior from St. John's, Florida. One of the 5 seniors recognized here today. Shomers is going to get her right back to Wilson. Everybody playing out of system here. Ball up and high at the net. Grimes to Armour. And a put down by Shomers.
And she wanted to do it the last 3 times, but she didn't. She stepped off for the last 2 times, excuse me. She stepped off, made the pass, kept the rally going. She said, all right, this is my time. I'm gonna take a swing, baby.
7-7 here in set 2. Sholshevsky dumps it with the left. Armour scoops it out for a freebie. And she'll try it again. Cohen says, no way, honey.
Why would you go back to back? But hey, look at Alexia Kuhl again, making some plays. Caitlin Grimes, one thing about her is that she's so good at just making touches, right? So Alexia Kuhl, that ball kind of comes off, but Caitlin Grimes is always, that's like her specialty. She'll just get that touch.
And I thought Sholshevsky was gonna go for it again.
Oh, look at that dig.
By Clinton. Myers goes for it. And Armour on the bite. Ball at the net, it goes out. Right call by UCF. 3 straight points for the hometown Knights.
Just laying out. And one thing about KU is they're not going to make it look easy, right? They're going to lay out, make plays. Nothing hits the floor easily.
Myers having to stop herself mid-attack. Doesn't matter.
Great communication between her and her setter, though. Right when that pass happened, you hear this go, go. That means that I want this tempo pass. I want this fast. So she was still, the set was super fast, but she beat it. She's just a true athlete as well.
And another ace for K-State. Sholshevsky with her 2nd service ace. Sholshevsky here will continue. And Sasha Cohen, the block coming right back at the Knights. Wilson resets. Larkin covers. Myers taps it right over.
But you see why this K-State team can take down a team like TCU, who had just been on a roll in conference and in non-conference play. When they're all playing together, it is a well-oiled machine. You can just see the flow. There's like a wave of, or a flow to this defense that's like double blocking middle, doing all this stuff, very, very much in system. Rarely do you find them out of system or only have a solo block. When you do, you got to take advantage of it like Ava Armour, but very rarely do the systems break down for this K-State team.
Armour, that was her 5th kill, hitting 231. As we look at Shomers, one of the 2 captains for UCF this season. It's her and Chloe Shear. Bonde back on the floor. On the outside attack here, just as successful, Shaylee Myers. She can do it on the outside, the right side, and now she's gonna take a little breather.
I don't know if you've ever heard of this little town called Lincoln, Nebraska. Kind of has a good volleyball program, has a lot of really good volleyball up there. Yeah, she's from there, so she's been around really good volleyball her whole life.
And Yes, service error, rare here by Sims, the sophomore. The Knights will take it. We're knotted back up. Krzyzewski feeds the right side. Chalmers is there for cover.
In the net. Ava Armour's in the net. Good block setup, though. It's disappointing. It was a really, really good block setup, good read. Just got to have that body control.
Jim gets real quiet for Larkin's serve. Bonde on the right side.
Oh,
Larkin lays out. Freebie sent over. Let's see what the Knights want to do. Bonde again. It's in.
I'm really happy with that. Put her in. Lex's mom is super stoked. I don't know if you recognize, but Lexi's parents have her on our shirt. Everyone in her family, which is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Really big missed opportunity. My family didn't do that. But Heidi Bonde coming in on the right side, I think, has been a game changer, especially in the blocking scheme for UCF.
And pounds it right back in K-State's face. Cool. Her mom's not nearly
look
as
at that.
excited.
It's a collage. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. Yeah, she in the show, pre-show, when they had the seniors on camera, she's like, just want to thank my parents for a long, long, long career. You know, they've been by her side the whole time. Gotta love it. But you never know. She may have the German national team next. You know, who knows what's next for Lex Cool, but
she did spend time with that U21 team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could see her playing international volleyball.
For sure.
And then what an excuse to light up
Travel.
that passport, huh?
I know.
Aaron and I are very
travel hungry
yes,
at the moment.
Very travel hungry. Clinton back outside.
Oh, get it. Oh, great dig. Oh, my gosh.
Let's see where she goes this time. Armour stepping through. Wilson, denied.
Can we show that dive by Ella Larkin? Because my goodness, look at this going out. Look at this layout. She's not even like in an athletic position. Makes the play to keep her team in the rally. Schmidt not contributing a ton on offense, but what she does on defense ends big emotional points.
And with that error, Wilson hitting still the negatives, 158. Clinton covered there by Sims, a whistle.
And in the net. So no credit to Clinton, but she also doesn't get the total attack tally, I don't think. So, wow.
And a media timeout. Here's a look at that hitting percentage. Quite a drastic difference here between the two teams. But it's a tight one here in set two. Stick around. We'll be right back with set number 2.
For years, you've listened to retired NBA legends discount today's stars.
They just ain't got it. Trash.
Then we discovered the root cause behind the madness: inadequate, outdated TVs.
Bree, what are you doing in my house?
Luckily, it's Hisense upgrade season.
Hey, yo! What? That's my favorite TV!
8 weeks of incredible deals on Hisense products, like this 100-inch ULED TV. It makes watching today's game breathtakingly immersive, quieting anyone drafted in the 90s.
These young guys are kind of nice.
It's upgrade season, baby.
All we want is to find our way home.
I'll get you home. A crew of murderous bounty hunters is coming after us. We have to move fast.
We have no idea who he is.
You can trust me.
You're a Jedi, right?
Of course.
What just happened?
Watch this.
Skeleton Crew, streaming December 3rd, only on Disney+.
Back inside the venue, Jason Mansfield's team leads by 2 points here in the second set. And let's go down to Gabriella Hogland with more about the coach for K-State.
two brothers in the field of coaching D1 volleyball. When I was speaking with Coach Jason from K-State, he told me the first team he ever coached was his younger brother when he was in 7th grade. And today we could see his coach coaching D1 at Oklahoma. It's such a surreal feeling to see two brothers be 4 hours away from each other and coach in the space of D1 volleyball. They said they always text before and after matches. You know, if one of them loses, it's just a simple "I love you," but it's a great moment to be able to share that with his brother. Back to you guys.
And who was it? The BYU's coach, her brother was the men's coach, and they didn't talk about volleyball at all. And then you have two brothers, they're like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, sending texts after. How funny is that? Different family dynamics on each side.
Oh, yeah. And it was, yeah, BYU. In fact, she took over for
her brother,
who took over for the men's program. And I think it was our team that asked if she communicates with them. They trade strategy. Nothing.
Nothing. And then you've got two brothers who are texting after every match, probably strategizing. Now, they're not in the same conference now, which is probably a relief. But.
And hey, you know, I imagine somebody in that industry and business, they have similar, you know, challenges that they want to discuss, and power and numbers and talking things through with your counterparts. And, you know, if it's your brother, that's a little extra sweeter.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine what takes over the Thanksgiving dinner table conversation. Krzyzewski, middle there, Schmidt. Schomer's going to her middle, cool. Oh, and no touch. Man, my eyes are playing tricks on me today.
I'm telling you, I can't see for nothing because I thought that wall was in. I mean, it's close.
And so now you look at Anaya Clinton, 14 kills, hitting .684. 5 digs, a block. Looking for her first service ace. Not going to get it on this one. Armour over. Schmidt down. Wow, that elevator, there's no other way it's going.
I mean, no one in front of her, no one to block. That's a scary place to be. Look at this ball control. Great, see how it's inside too. So they're almost running like a 7. So it's not a full slide where Ava Armour's thinking about it. But again, you have to track your hitter. Ball hitter, ball hitter. You have to go back to where the hitter is because that's what's gonna happen. Make sure you track where the ball is gonna die and step in front.
And there hasn't really been a big separation at all here in set 2 after K-State took the first one, 25-10. And Nia Clinton putting on a clinic here tonight so far. Has been a menace for Coach Maurer to have to slow down. Huh? We got some women's basketball on deck, Aaron. We're going to see them play Friday night here on campus. I think they call this the Kingdom and the Athletics Village.
Do they do the fronds at the women's games too? I love the frond. The Fear the Frond.
Okay, tell me more.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen this?
Oh, behind the, yes. Terry Mahajer likes fearing the frond as he is there here watching his women's volleyball team on this Wednesday night. The athletic director for UCF, busy man here in the fall. And obviously busy figuring out and planning those next plans for the campus expansion. Cute. And some young knights here too. I need some of that popcorn, Aaron. How do we get some of that popcorn?
Look at that bucket. That's cool too.
It might convert into a nice cup on the afternoons.
Yeah. I love that.
Listen, when Aaron and I went here, those things didn't exist.
No. Didn't have all that fancy Big 12 stuff. It was the 1800s when we went here. We had to churn our own butter.
VHS tapes.
8-track. 8-track system.
And an error there for the Knights. Yeah, an 8-track. For those who edited video, it was still tape to tape. Now this is a dangerous lineup though for UCF because Clinton, a nice little gimme point.
Yeah.
How many errors you got over there?
I only have 3, but I think I missed one, so it could be 4. But they've been pretty bulletproof from the service line so far, the Wildcats. very few errors have really controlled this match because of it.
Now 4 aces to go along with those 4 errors. So even. Chesky, Schmidt, denied. Emily Wilson with the flex.
Slowed the first one down. I was a little upset she took this roll shot in the middle of the court, kind of gave him a free ball. But look at her stop, right? Jumps straight up and down, doesn't dive, has good posture. Slide should be blocked one-on-one.
Okay, Armour, an overserve by the young sophomore, who's really had a stellar season when she's out on the court.
And they've put a lot of pressure on, not unnecessarily or not intentionally. They've put a lot of pressure on her to be great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the injuries that have happened, she's really had to step up. And again, Coach Mauer's probably really excited to have her come back for another season.
Oh my goodness, her ceiling is so high. Yeah. So high. Myers back up, doing the dirty work.
Speaking of ceiling, did she just jump to the ceiling? 6 foot, but leaps out of the gym. Great high point of contact, is able to make that cross-court shot.
6 kills from Myers. Hitting at a 312 clip. Targeting Grimes. Wilson, cross-court in. Shot selection a little different, Aaron.
Yeah. Needed that one, right? Has a really good block, is able to slow down some stuff on defense. Spin cross court, that's a really good 3-point stand for her.
So Alexia Kuhl try to keep things going for the Knights. Myers, this one denied. Cohen. It's gonna feel so good as a stuff.
It's the best. It's the best. But again, arms working independently. One cross, one in the seam. That's how you block that middle. You have to think about your arms as octopi, right? They both have different brains. You have to move them in different locations to take away the court you need to.
Oh, I like that octopi.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is like, there's like, don't they have brains in every one of their arms? I don't know. I haven't watched enough Discovery Channel. But I feel like they know how to move their arms independently of each other, right? It's not like when you're skiing, your legs kind of want to stay the same. They need to be in different locations. This is a really good block setup, right? Again, much favorable matchup for Emily Wilson on the outside.
With that kill, Coach Mansfield wants to talk things over and slow the tempo. The Knights not backing down. They cut the lead to just 2. And Wilson, who's still hitting in the negatives, has 5 kills. As a team, UCF hitting 167 in this set, but just 63 for the entire match. Todd Dagenet, the former UCF head coach in the stands, took a professional volleyball coaching job a couple years back. Looks like he still lives local and showing support to the Knights. Football, Aaron, I know you're excited about this. UCF and West Virginia, 3:30. The Mountaineers, and I know there's a lot of implications for the Knights football team here.
Yeah, and the only thing I know about West Virginia is all of the on College Game Day when they make fun of Pat McAfee.
Yes.
Because he's like, West Virginia's had enough airtime. But I was talking to one of my colleagues today, and I was like, that and App State are the 2 stadiums I want to go to because they're like very mountainous, like very different cult, like a very, very different vibe.
So
are you really excited to watch it? No, but no, I can't fly. But I cannot wait to watch it on TV to see kind of what that whole environment's like.
And there, Alexia Kuhl roll off the tape, and that will give the Knights their first ace of the contest. An unexpected bonus point here. 1-point game. Back row Clinton.
Oh.
Ending that run.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Caitlin Grimes is going to get a touch on everything, right? Like, it might not be perfect, but she's going to just get a touch.
So Krzyzewski here, the senior setter from Beaverton, Oregon, at the service line. Her team just a couple points away. And they won't get it. Wilson. Wilson now with 6. Krzyzewski to Fox. Shomers gives it to Bonde. Fox again and hits it right at Shomers on handle. Unable to handle.
I mean, that's just an absolutely beautiful swing. That was my favorite swing. We call it a D1 swing. See how her shoulders are facing inside, then she crunches the line at the last second. I mean, it's good block setup too by Bonde. That's just a phenomenal swing on the outside.
And a timeout now called by UCF, Aaron, for Coach Maurer. You're down by 2 points. But it's much more than just the 2 points, right?
Yeah.
This first set, K-State came out with a commanding presence.
Yeah.
We know that they got to find an answer here.
Yeah, and they fought back really well, you know. And one thing we'll notice is that the 480, 478, we're seeing K-State slow down a little bit. But when you have players on the K-State team, on the outsides, we've got Clinton and Myers. It's tough to slow this offense down, especially when Myers is in the front row. Has this really good ability to get her feet to the ball. She's actually the L1. That means that they're going to feed her when the setter's in the front row, and has been able to take advantage of that position quite frequently. Has one rotation where she's on the right side, but has done a phenomenal job of making her presence known on the outside to make sure that this offense continues to operate in extremely high efficiency. Again, hitting 390 right now overall as a team.
They're at 390. The Knights are at 77. Wilson, by the way, with her last kill, got her to even. No longer the negatives and knocking on the door of the positives. I think there's been a lot of threats for Kansas State. You think, first off, if you can target or shut down Clinton, that there's like a whack-a-mole situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
And then you get it to Schmidt, and then you get it to Myers, and then you have Fox who comes in and has a great swing. Like, they just kind of have, that's what I'm saying, like there's like this flow, there's this 6-man system that they really run well with.
Oh, nasty. Sims with the team's 5th ace. And it is set point.
Oh, that's the worst. Right in the nose. We've all been there. Unfortunately.
Simone Sims can close it out. And she does it. The Knights have breathing room. Clinton, block is there for the Knights. Krzyzewski gets it back to her. Wilson keeps ball up high. She'll get it right back into the middle. Coverage by Krzyzewski. Clinton goes to work, the lefty. Bonde punches it, finds the open court. And a timeout here now by Coach Mansfield.
And very rarely will you see number 16, Ella Larkin, not just lay out, go after it.
Coach Mansfield said before the game, he's like, the keys are really going to be outscoring and certainly getting the balls up, right? Take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Make them as predictable as possible. And he's pretty blunt with us. If we don't do that, we're not going to win,
yeah.
You know? For some reason, it does not feel like a Wednesday night
here. No, it feels like a Friday. Everyone's brought the energy. Maybe it's because I'm not working tomorrow. Maybe that's why. I feel like it's a Friday.
We'll pretend it's a Friday,
and then
right?
it's Thanksgiving. Can you believe? Okay, so I had to ask. So, Favorite Thanksgiving side? Do you have one?
Oh, mac and cheese.
Okay.
And my mom's spanakopita. I have a big fat Greek family, and the
Okay.
spanakopita. Woohoo!
Okay. Okay.
How about yours?
Well,
it
depends.
Everybody listen up, take notes.
No, it just depends because stuffing can be, but it also cannot be. If you don't make it right, stuffing can make or break the meal, I think.
Okay.
Now, you're always going to do well with mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, but if you don't get the stuffing right, the whole meal's not even worth it. You might as well not even have the calories. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it.
That might be
If
a
you don't
hot
have
topic.
the sage, right, sage, rosemary, and thyme, if you don't put those three in there, that's like the Thanksgiving trifecta right there.
Clinton trying to get her own trifecta here. Wilson off the tape. Back to Clinton.
Oh,
and
someone's in the net. Holy moly. Someone was in the net, NET.
So it's 24-all. Anaya Clinton. As you saw, the pin. And flags shake up and down. Ooh,
great
that was
serve.
a tough serve. Clinton sends a freebie. Shomers to Bonde. And hey, Knights, what's up?
Coming back.
Don't call it a comeback.
Could you imagine down 25-10? I don't even want to say it.
And here's Wilson.
Great
Set
pass.
point. And we're going back and forth, friends. You got to win by 2.
And you see Michaela Franklin jump out of her chair telling Ava Armour, that's a great touch. Yeah, you slowed the ball down, created a free ball situation. Now remember, Michaela Franklin is an alumni of K-State volleyball, so she has some emotions in here. But
Ella Larkin. And Bonde again, this
with
one
the
in
soft
cross court.
touch,
Yes.
so smart.
What a senior move by the 6'4" outside hitter from Manuka, Illinois.
And had the great, probably the biggest family group come over for senior night. Has a ton of fans in the stands. Bonde.
465 career kills for Heidi Bonde.
Oh, great serve.
Getting out of the way.
Oh.
Armour. Larkin will play this ball over to Clinton.
It's out.
And it's out.
Wow.
So UCF firing back.
Wow.
They dropped the first set 25-10. They fight on here to give an L to the visiting Wildcats. 26-25. Set number 3 coming up, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here inside the venue in Orlando, Florida.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Everything you thought you knew is brand new.
We on a new wave. This ain't what it was.
See, when the game changes, so do we. Every day, every play. Always been greater than 12, now standing 16 strong. In every end zone, any time zone. When everyone else keeps asking, what's next? We know we are.
Have you ever wondered if there was a place where access to excellence isn't guarded by ivy, but open to all who strive for greatness? Where education leads to more than a degree. It opens the door to a career and a better life. Where imagination ignites invention and innovation, and the boundaries between science and creativity converge. That place is here, the University of Central Florida, a place for those who dare to invent the future.
Welcome everyone to Arlington, Texas, and the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship game. Into the end zone.
to thank my lovely teammates. I love you all so much, every single player that I've ever played with. It has been an honor to be on the court with you.
Bringing me in and accepting me again in my last final year.
It's just been amazing getting to know a good group of girls. Coming here and then just finding so many people that I connect well with has just been so amazing.
I just remember the first day I got to UCF, they asked me to hang out, and it just felt like home.
The memories I've made with my teammates have been some of the best I've ever had. I will cherish the little moments in the locker room or the airport trips with my team, just on travel trips.
Of course, my family for always supporting me in my long volleyball journey that I've had.
I love them so much, and I wouldn't be where I am without them.
They've just been such a blessing and have supported me through all that I've done and all the decisions I've made.
Some advice for the incoming class: have fun. Remember why you started playing volleyball in the first place.
Continue to be yourself and just don't lose yourself in the sport.
You'll have some very hard moments, but also some very fun moments. You'll get to see many places. You'll meet some of your best friends you'll have for the rest of your life.
Enjoy every moment that you have, whether good or bad, because it will go by fast.
You're gonna remember the memories of you being together in those stupid moments in the locker room where we're all laughing till we're crying.
I would like to say thank you to Knight Nation, going onto the court every home game no matter what and having just an amazing fan base.
You really make it so fun for all of us.
Knight Nation, love you. Keep the faith, keep on supporting, keep coming to games. Go Knights, charge on.
Aaron, does this not bring back memories to you?
It certainly does, yeah. One of the things that resonates with me the most is that, you have friends for life. My friends just got married. One of my friends just got married on the 15th. I couldn't fly, obviously, but had all my former teammates there. It's like the FOMO was real, but that's the connection that lasts forever. It's phenomenal. So it's certainly a bittersweet moment for these seniors, but what a stance they've made in this second set. A lot of the seniors coming in to lead the charge, going from 6 kills to 21, going from 6 digs to 26, having a much better second match overall, and just certainly want to keep the momentum. Now we're seeing a significant shift in the lineup for K-State, but UCF's comeback could not be. We couldn't talk about the comeback without talking about Heidi Bonde, right? Has come in senior night, has again had to deal with this injury that's been really nagging at her for a long time. Has done a phenomenal job so far leading the charge on the right side for this team and helped slowing down the offense, honestly. But now you're going to see Aaliyah Carter, one of the best players in the conference, come in. So
leads the team in kills, 394, 28th nationally, and second in the Big 12 for kills per set. And how about that? A comeback for Sims and an ace.
And you hear the whole
So Sims again. Knights manage armor. And Bonde over the tip. Krzyzewski, Aaliyah Carter. Wilson's there. Free ball comes over. And Carter's got to punch it. Middle Cohen. And it's good and down.
Cohen really haven't called her name much. Hasn't seen a ton of action. Has 7 total attempts, hitting negative. That hopefully puts her at 0. 2 kills, 2 errors.
Welcome back inside the venue. Despita Barton alongside Erin Campbell and Gabriella Hogland here with you on this Wednesday night as Kansas State is in the net. It was K-State and Coach Mansfield's team who handedly took care of the first set, 25-10. Knights fight back and needed extra points, but stole set 2. And now we're even. It's senior night in Orlando. And the Knights are starting to find a rhythm. How about it? Cool. Snagging her 4th kill, and that connection between her and Shomers is so fun to watch.
And when it's on, man. It's so good. When it's off, it's really off. But when they get it dialed in, they're very efficient.
Krzyzewski. And cross court there for Carter. And Carter places it perfectly. That's her first kill of the game, and I know we have more with Gabriella Hogland on Aaliyah Carter. Gabriella? We're probably gonna go back.
Offensive player of the week, Aaliyah. When I spoke to Aaliyah, she told me she went through a slump of battling mentally her junior year, and it was the new coaching staff with Coach Jason that turned around her love for volleyball. When Coach Jason came in, he had individual meetings with each player. It was the conversation that lit up Aaliyah. She said it wasn't even anything specific he said. It was just the fact that he believed in her and saw her potential as a player. Coach said that watching her play in Illinois became an inspiration to take the coaching position at K-State, and that Aaliyah has been an asset to this team from being good to great these past 2 years. What do you think this says about the turnaround of K-State's program with the new coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a lot of leadership like Aaliyah Carter. Learned still so much from Coach Mansfield as we have a challenge on the floor here. First to turn around was, of course, Alexia Coulsing. That was touch.
Huge touch, yeah.
Aaron,
No,
did you catch it?
Yeah. No, I don't know. She said it. I want it, like, we should go back. I just want to do a review of if you and I have made a call on a challenge, if that call has gone wrong or right. Yeah, I mean, looking like a little touch there to me. But again, different angles, different visibility. Oh yeah, whole handshake. But again, they may not see it on their camera angle.
And Aaron, remind us all too, when these calls are made on the floor, which official has the final call that stands? The up official. Okay.
So you have two line judges who basically can call things that they see, right? If they're the ones that typically the touch depends on. Does that make sense? So they're going to call it based on if they see a touch. Now, a lot of the times the up official will also be able to see it. The down official, the one that's not standing up, she's talking to the referee standing right now, is looking at net. She's actually looking on the defensive side of the ball in most cases. So it's a tag team effort. Oh, wow.
Alexia Cool, just as astonished as you, Aaron. Okay, so this is the only call of the night that was upheld after a challenge. And
there's a guy in the stand saying, I've got it on the phone.
They might need that angle later.
Yeah, different angles than we have. He's in the stadium, so he may not be able to hear us. I wish I knew sign language, I could sign him. Different angles.
Armour, though, no worries. She's got it back with a kill, her 6th tonight. And maybe ball doesn't lie. The Knights with a 2-point advantage. And Armour here, young sophomore, just 19.
Jason Mansfield's at the official stand. I don't know what's going on over here. Out of rotation? It's hard because, like, this is what I don't like about challenges. All right, I'm going to go on my volleyball soapbox. Volleyball pure soapbox. It just slows down all momentum. It just halt. The beauty of volleyball is that there's a momentum shift, there's this fast, there's this speed, there's this tempo to it. And then with all this, like, stopping and starting, it slows the match down so much. Not in a good way, but, you know, hey, I'm from the old age. I actually played volleyball in side-out volleyball. So, again, I played in
rally score. Well, not
side-out.
Side-out scoring.
Yeah, so, again, I played in the 1800s. We didn't have knee pads. We played on.
You're fibbing now. You're fibbing about the knee pads.
But I did play. You know, side out. So it's different. It's just a different style of volleyball. But it just kills all momentum. You know, players are jumping around. They don't want to waste jumps, you know, but you got to stay warm.
And it's very chilly in this gym. Fans are even yelling, let's go. Too much time at the scorer's table, I hear them saying. Working to get a UCF chant going. And if we could have a mic on the official, maybe we'll add that next year. I know Major, our producer and director and all things UCF broadcasting.
Give it up for Drumlines America.
Special request as we'll continue playing now. Armor from the service line. I know cameras are important to a broadcast, Major. I can hear your thoughts in my head right now. Put some microphones too for the officials. And man, that extra time iced Armor. So now you're looking at Leah Carter. Grimes. And Wilson with the touch. Shusky to Myers, and she gets it through the block. Shaylee Myers up to her old habits, 7 kills. Carter, 5'10" grad student from Dubuque, Iowa. Dubuque. See, you gotta correct me out there, Midwest girl. Dubuque.
It's like a different language. Now, when we get into those Wisconsin towns, you're on your own. You're on your own.
Dubuque.
Yeah.
Back row attack. Wow, I feel like Coach Mansfield was kind of saving Carter for the right time.
I think he's saving her jumps and stuff because he wants to have her fresh for the rest of the season. Again. Last year had a really up and down season in Carter. She, some matches, playing against Texas would light up, and then playing, lesser teams kind of struggled with hit negative, things like that. So has done a lot of growth, especially in this offseason, to temper that out.
Armor pacing the group for UCF. A back and forth contest here in the third set. Squaring up, Shaylee Myers changing the speed up.
And another tip, it's just a lot of tipping. And K-State's taking advantage of that. UCF has struggled playing that defensively throughout the season. Michaela Franklin even getting frustrated on the sideline with that. Somebody's got to make that play. Don't trap her.
Krzyzewski, Clinton. Out of.
Oh, he called it in.
Okay, so the up judge called it in.
And now Jenny's going to challenge that.
And the back line official
called it out. I'm zipped. I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word.
Starting to feel like we're in a UCF football game,
I know, I don't even know.
With all the stoppages.
I know, right? We've had so many challenges. Do I need to set the stage? They have different camera angles than we do. We don't see the same look, so look at different things.
Well, would you want it any other way on senior night? Listen, it's the last outing for this UCF women's team here inside the venue. I mean, everything's open late on campus.
Yeah, there was a ton of energy on campus. Maybe it's because it just gets so dark so early. I was like, oh, it feels so late,
Or it could be the Yingling.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's sneaking in from work. Still has his badge on. Listen, you talk about the atmosphere. It is Orlando. Every night is an opportunity to experience something new. And having a beverage in your hand ain't so bad. And I know for a lot of you who've been following Aaron and I this season where, you know, we're super, I would say blessed. Oh, I don't want to use the word blessed, but blessed and lucky to be able to be on these broadcasts together with you all season long. For now, what, the last 3-4 years? And so another look at the call. Wow, Shomers.
Remember, she's the red, right? She's the one that tested most competitive on this team, so no surprise. God,
what color do you think this guy tests?
I just want to have that much fun in my life. That's all I want.
Some Bucky's gear making its appearance too. Coach Mara told us when they went out west to their Texas matches, that was the first time that the team and she experienced Bucky's.
Oh my gosh!
Right? Right, she said they were doing some holiday shopping while they were there. She was just, I mean.
It is an experience. It is an incredible experience.
They all came back with beaver gear.
I'm sure. Russ and I made the trip just to go to the one in Daytona one day because I was like, I just have to see it and experience it. And plus, you know, as being a barbecue fan, I don't like Texas barbecue, don't tell anybody. But at least I had some real barbecue, you know. We were there. Oh, yeah, there he is. No! Oh my gosh. This is wild. Wild. And again, they have to have definitive evidence to overturn it, right? So I'd be curious if it's like, hey, we don't have enough evidence, or hey, that ball's out. I don't know. But that's the final challenge. And now we need a rotation check for UCF.
A busy evening at the scorer's table, everybody. But the challenge is won there by UCF, so here we go. Emily Wilson back to play. Armour blocking it.
Straight down. Good blocking is quiet blocking. Look at how quiet that is when she gets those arms up. Keeps them up nice and long. Doesn't feel the need to drop them in panic.
Back on the outside is Clinton. No, it was a short-lived run for the Knights. Clinton with 16 kills. Got to revisit her all-time high now. 17, her Big 12 high and her career high, 17 kills. Larkin keeps the ball up high. Carter goes to work. So does Shear. And over the hands of Larkin. Point for Knights, and Wilson notches her 7th kill.
You know, they made the switch to Aaliyah Carter. Just great touch by Shear to make the play, but so far, you know, one of the leaders in conference, one of the best hitters in conference has kind of been made obsolete, which is great for UCF, right? You don't want to get her going when you already have a team that's hitting really efficiently against you.
Bonde on the opposite side, gets it. And I love that for Heidi Bonde. She's been in and out of the lineup.
It breaks my heart too, because you're just like, God, there's just so much. If she wasn't in excruciating pain all the time, you see the brilliance, but she's just such a competitor. Look at her just continuing to play through it on senior night, having one of the best nights we've seen her have.
Yeah, I think these last few years I could have seen and wanted a lot more from her. Selfishly, right?
Yeah.
Because she does show you these glimpses of just pure brilliance.
Well, she loves it. You know, she loves the sport. She's smiling. She's having fun. Just fighting through it, man. Fighting through it.
Knights with a 4-point lead here in set 3. Set going back, and no one able to control Clinton. She ties a career high, 17 kills. Stella Larkin, senior DS from, am I saying this right? Mays, Kansas?
I think so. Yeah, Mays.
Like the corn?
Yeah.
Whoa, blocked. Solo. Meg Brown. A little pleasant surprise and a shock on the other end for the Knights.
Yeah.
A little drop ball. Shear gets it over. Krzyzewski middle and blocked. Cool gets her right back. Got a battle in the middle.
Yeah, great scramble play. K-State wants a lift on that second contact. Great block by Cool and Armour. I mean, it's tough when they block well together, or when they block together, they're tough block to beat. 6'7", 6'4". That's a wall.
Caitlin Grimes back on the floor, and how about that? An ace for Caitlin Grimes. 104 career aces for Grimes.
I've never heard a PA announcer get more excited in my life than in that moment. It's beautiful. Another great tough serve. Oh my gosh, Chloe, look at that dig.
Wilson out of the pipe, gets it, and the Knights are feeling themselves.
I mean, Chloe, look at her sit in here. Look at her sit in this dig. Fearless makes the great read, takes a little bit off. Great dig location. Incredible run.
And the Knights, with a 5-point lead, is going to cause a timeout here on the floor. We've got more coming up here in set 3 on the other side of this break. We'll see you in a second.
US Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Hey, Chris. Why are you bicep curling a tree?
I gotta get in shape because Target's Black Friday sale is on now with everything from trees to beats to Barbies. I gotta get these presents delivered all the way around the store.
Get up to 50% off tech, toys, and more. Only at Target.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu! We're in a parade! Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's a battle on the floor and a dance-off in the stands. What more could you ask for here on a Wednesday night, Aaron Campbell?
I'm telling you, the sun goes down and it's like every night's Friday. It just feels like it. Goes down so early these days. A great recover by K-State.
Armour back in the front row. The block goes out of bounds. The Knights keep their run intact. And you gotta love seeing Caitlin Grimes out there. 5'6" senior from Lebanon, Ohio, asked to wear a different hat this year. Very quick to adapt and become a utility for UCF.
Great slowdown.
Armour over the block, and she gets it.
But making adjustments, like this is that volleyball IQ that you're going to see continue to develop in Ava Armour. Recognize that Cool wasn't there on that block, had to block it one-on-one, changed her location, got the slowdown, you convert it to a free ball. That is system volleyball right there. Like being able to convert those points is so critical, and recognizing that, hey, you might have to do things one-on-one, but that has to change how you approach the block, how you approach that defensively.
So the Knights here have the Wildcats on their heels, and You know, some things we were talking about early on in the match about a convincing win doesn't seem like it's in play right now.
No, I mean, that's off the table now. I mean, I am obsessed. I think it's the tunes. I think the tunes just bring it out, you know?
Who's our DJ in here? Is Nitro
know.
mixing it up?
Is it Jenna? What's she doing over there?
And then this one's on his, got his own soundtrack.
Love it.
Aaron, I think we're just, I don't know. I've been taking
Am I
care of
more
the
aware
twins
of it?
all,
I know.
all
Like, am I
week,
just
and I
more
am
aware of
zonked. And I know you're 8 months?
8 months.
8 months pregnant. You guys have seen our family grow as this season has gone on. And next year, Aaron, we're gonna have 3 little ones running around in night scare.
I know.
Nitro, watch out. We got some new mascots brewing.
He's like, no, it's only me.
And these are throwback songs, right?
I love it. Oh.
And an overserve. So an icing.
Yeah.
Here worked with that timeout by Kansas State.
But now, okay, so sit back. Don't let this get away from you, right? Sit back, play, get this first pass. Setters front row. They've struggled a little bit in this rotation, UCF has. So it's all about making sure you get that first good contact.
Clinton Grimes has a hand. Armor swinging away.
Good swing.
Krzyzewski sending it up. Carter.
Wow, Chloe.
Shear. Doing her job. It's going to be hard to replace Chloe Shear next year.
And she's lit up on defense so far in this third match. I mean, look at that. Just laying it all out. Great read. Nice composure, too, right? Didn't panic. So the lineup change for Mansfield has actually worked against them, interestingly enough.
Carter.
Big slow down.
Wilson.
There she goes.
And she has caught fire. Double digits now for Wilson.
There she is. Good block setup. Shows sharp cross that whole time, but boy, she had some heat on that. And it's not hard to pick out her mom and sister in the crowd, for sure. We talked about how they're basically triplets.
Wow, they are twinning.
I mean, they all look so similar. I love it.
All right, so a 7-point hole that Aaliyah Carter is going to try and dig her Wildcats out of here.
Great pass.
Chalmers dumps it. Krzyzewski over to Myers, and that has been a successful go-to.
Yeah. Myers hasn't really seen a lot of touches in this set. I mean, UCF has done a really good job of like first ball kill, really not even allowing the offense for K-State to get started.
Out of her way, Armour's going to work. And now she's in double digits.
What a swing this match has been. It's kind of, I don't even have it like words. It's just so bizarre.
You're right, because Kansas State came out commanding the first set, 25-10. Whoa,
Yes,
Grimes. Ball stays in play. It hit the rafters. Ramsey can't handle the heat. Wilson showing off tonight, 10 kills.
Look at that dig.
Excuse me, 11. That's number 11.
I mean, no block, right? Why would you block that? You're like, oh, it's going to be a free ball. Nope, not with Emily Wilson in the front row. She's going to rip it. What's a dump? Good read.
Read that, Aaron. On the slide there, Cohen. And it's going to be a side out for the Wildcats.
Just slowed that arm swing down too much. Again, that transition back to middle for Sasha Cohen, I can't even imagine. I mean, has played almost the entire month of October on the outside, was really finding her groove in the middle before all those injuries happened.
Cohen having to use her left hand there. Up high, this is going to Myers. And gets it. So quiet answer for Kansas State. I'd say a pacer at this point. Got to add something to it. Meg Brown will continue to serve. The freshman from Santa Ana, California. Wilson, block, put away, Krzyzewski. He said she's only 5'7".
5'7", but again, look at her. She's super athletic, but it's quiet. It's just so quiet. Press, press, press. Timing's right at the right time. It's all it has to be. Blocking such a game of timing.
Jesse's got options. She's going back row. Right, scrambling. Carter's calling for it. She's going to go on the slide to Schmidt instead.
So this is a tough rotation. UCF get quote unquote beat. I'm not going to say beat as in this match is over, but in this rotation, a lot. This is row 5, if I'm not mistaken.
And so Coach Maurer takes a timeout, realizing how stiff that rotation is. And we're going to take a look at a little deeper dive here on Emily Wilson, the senior outside.
And struggled a little bit in that, a lot in that first set, right? Hitting negative, couldn't get anything in, couldn't find her groove. But I think as this team kind of settled into this match, so did she, right? Was able to get more offense. Ball control was a little bit better, had more options on swings, got that back row going. I feel like when she leads in that back row, that's kind of, it transfers when she's in the front row. When she can swing well and she builds that confidence in the back row, doesn't have all that pressure on her shoulders, then she really gets in to that system in front row. And again, hitting negative in that first set, but has come back and is now hitting 121, 11 kills, 7 errors on 33 total attempts. Most of those errors coming in that first set.
And her family holding on to that poster from senior night. Wilson, one of 5 seniors here, recognized before the match. Chloe Shear, Caitlin Grimes, Heidi Bonday, of course, Emily Wilson, and Lex Cool.
Lex Cool's family walk down, you just see like tower 1, tower 2, tower 3, tower 4. They're all so tall. Definitely gets it from her. Oh, run it over. Oh, wow. Great scramble play.
Meg Brown gets robbed of an ace, and Schmidt gets the point on the outside.
Scramble 1. Missed. Over. But again, you give a free ball to KU. That's a tough way to get out. Got to get a pass to get out of this rotation, or you just give it to Emily Wilson. She'll help you out.
And she does.
And this is the rotation you want to be in right now, right? You have one of your most efficient, Heidi Bonnet in the front row, Sasha Cohen, who's one of their best blockers, Emily Wilson in the front row, and you have her setter in the back row. So if you are UCF, you want to keep this ball in the hands of Shomers at the service line for as long as possible.
Joust at the net. K-State plays with it.
Great coverage.
Now Bonday.
Just sliced it. But again, Bonday she needs a little bit more time, right? So it has to take that setter step. Doesn't get that full approach, doesn't get that full arm swing. The first ball kill here.
Izzy Krzyzewski, the setter. At the net, Schmidt taking candy from a baby.
Oh, man. What was the score? 20 to 13 at one point. So K-State has scored 7 points to UCF's 2.
And Coach Maurer realizing that same figure. And we can't speak enough about the defense, too, that UCF has in the back row with Chloe Shear. Last game against Utah, she hit the 1,500 career digs mark and flying around tonight.
And just keeping plays alive, right?
13 digs for Shear.
Just keeping the plays alive as much as she can, getting good touches. Senior night wants to go out with a bang. She certainly has played her A in tonight.
And was it Shear that we heard once a career in communications and public relations?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you have two over here in the booth that work in that space in marketing, and love to give you a hand as you have.
That's so weird. I never would have picked you or I into marketing and PR. It's so strange. I never would have placed us there.
Where did you see yourself,
kidding.
Erin?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, of course.
I fell for it.
Doing this or marketing? Yeah.
And how lucky are we? I think it's been like 10 years, Erin, that we've been around each other in the game and the sport.
No, 12.
12.
Yeah, 12.
We're not aging ourselves. We really appreciate Major and Lucas and the whole team here at UCF welcoming us back. Year after year as the program builds.
Evolves, changes, builds. All that fun stuff.
And Krzyzewski, again, serving tough. An ace.
So again,
7.
8-2 run. 8-2 point run. Come on.
Wilson now operating on the right side. Clinton setting up. This ball's getting to Myers.
Oh.
And a whistle. Against UCF, so a point.
Once again, Chloe Shearer just doing everything she can.
And we're knotted up at 22. Remember, set 2 had to go extra points. Whoa! Clinton tracks the ball. Fruby goes over. Shomers has options. He's gonna give it back to her power swinger. And this time denied. All smiles, Shaylee Myers.
Everyone in the gym knows it's going to Emily Wilson, right? So how can you, as your setter, Shomers, make a different play call, right? What can you do? You have to get a pass first.
Clinton doing dirty work. She has a new career high, 18 kills. An abundancy of riches and options for Izzy Krzyzewski here at the service line when she gets in her setting position. Bonde, Krzyzewski trying to get out of the way, can't do it.
And why not go to that at all during that run? Why not, right? You know, yeah, Bonde's hurt and she's shaking that leg out, but she's been a great executioner for you. Take advantage of that, right? Why force that ball to the right side with Emily Wilson when you have somebody on the pin?
Did that ever happen to you when you were playing and you were, you know, hey, the other option, look for the other option, like?
All the time, but I was very greedy, so I don't know if it would be listened to because I was just like, give me the ball. or I'd mix it up, be like, hey, okay, if I'm on that right side, I'm in rotation 1, and we split, right? So split means that I'm with the setter on that right side in that rotation. We're not stacked on the outside, having all 3 hitters on the outside. I'm saying, all right, well, let's run like a C, a Bic, a 7, something, a slide. I'll run a slide. I don't care. Give me another option of attack type. If you're going to keep setting me, keep forcing me the ball, give me something else to look at. I've got to be able to move along the net to make a play. They're camped out on me. What can I swing? Let's try something different. It's that kind of communication rather than just like, hey, set me a C, right? Or set me a 5.
Yeah, in Kansas, we talked about their scoring options. They have 2 in double digits, and then Reagan Fox trailing behind the group, offering 7 kills and hitting at a 700 clip. So a variety.
Yeah, not playing at all in this set. So has still done that phenomenal of a job having been part of this program and this offense and not even playing in this set. So she's one of the ones that was kind of, I'm going to use the wrong term, but, you know, pregnancy brain, sacrificed in that rotation switch, putting back in Aaliyah Carter.
And that's Fox right there on your screen. So set point for Kansas State. UCF serving it up.
I'm thinking it, but I'm not saying it.
I knew exactly what you were thinking. Linton gets the block back in K-State's face. Second time, no. Got to fight for it. And that ball drops out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. We're going to have to go extra here, Aaron.
Yeah, great blocking scheme by Bonde. Really love that rotational switch to put her in that right side.
The Knights led by as many as 7 points here in this set. And now,
oh, it's up!
Are down by 1.
So far, just has not had an answer for Clinton. Okay, 1 block, but look at that. I mean, the seam's barely there, and she's finding it.
Into Simone Sims in a similar position as last set. Had an error, this one a drop ball. Armor to work, and we're back even.
And great job by Chloe Shear to just step in. Hey, my hitters need to hit, so I'm going to step in, make this short pass, free Ava Armour up to be able to take that good rip. It's the little things like that that you don't see because you're like, oh, well, it should be her ball, but it's not. You know, she's taking ownership of that, making the play.
And the ball coming right at the booth here as Clinton notches her 20th kill. We appreciate you, Sherry. Sheer, Chloe, and a team for not running us over.
Right, we really do appreciate that.
I think she knows you're 8 months
I
pregnant.
know. It's like, I mean, how can you tell? It's hardly obvious. I'm kidding.
Wow, kind of a little flimsy hit there by Cool, and we're still playing.
Another one.
All right, guys, that does it. 2 close balls coming at Aaron and I, and Kansas State takes set 3, 27-25. An anticlimactic finish for UCF, who held the command for the majority there of that set. More volleyball ahead. Set 4 when we return.
Welcome everyone to Arlington, Texas, and the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship game. Into the end zone, short of his shoe bottoms. It's intercepted going the other way. To the end zone, touchdown!
Have you ever wondered if there was a place where access to excellence isn't guarded by ivy, but open to all who strive for greatness? Where education leads to more than a degree, it opens the door to a career and a better life. Where imagination ignites invention and innovation, and the boundaries between science and creativity converge. That place is here, the University of Central Florida, a place for those who dare to invent.
All right, so through 3 sets, Kansas State, UCF, block game, the same. Hitting percentage, the Knights are having to crawl out of the deep hole that they found themselves in after the first set. And then Kansas State running the gamut with aces and kills. This has been a fun yet tricky game because no real identity has surfaced, right? The first set, Kansas State took 25-10. Commanded nearly every ball in that first play. And then we saw UCF fight back into extra points in set 2, 27-25. And then reverse. K-State took set 3, the same score. So for Coach Maurer, who now her team trails 2-1, they're gonna wanna find answers, especially here on senior night. This is gonna, again, wrap up the home stretch for UCF, and The firepower on the opposite side of the court coming from Anaya Clinton has been clearly undeniable, Aaron.
Yeah, and even with the transition, the switch in the lineup, she still was able to come in and make a huge impact. We actually had her on the right side, but where she's most efficient is on the outside. Like, matches weren't close when she was out there. So it's almost a little bit poetic that she had the last 2 points in that third set to close it out for K-State. But again, 9-2 point run to tie it up, right? K-State just would not give up. 21 kills. She's having a night.
Yeah, the sophomore career night, Aaron. The higher she goes tonight, the higher the mountain she's gonna have to climb later on in her young career to match and supersede. All right, so let's check out who is on the floor. Schmidt stays out there for this rotation. Carter stays in for Coach Mansfield's team. So pretty similar to how he started set 3. And for UCF, we're seeing the youngster Camden Shelton step out. Another defensive presence in the back row. And Bonde's gonna get the start in the front row.
So they've swapped out Ava Armour out of the back row.
Some more defense, huh?
Yeah. I guess so, but you're scoring so well from the middle back.
And again, this is the first time since October 25th that Coach Maurer has had everybody healthy to start the match. So having options has been something this UCF team has not had. And Wilson just returning to the lineup last game against Utah. She's been a spark plug. And somebody certainly who Coach Mansfield had to plan for.
Oh, look at that arm
Schmidt.
swing. Oh my gosh, that arm swing is so fast. Look at this
Throwing
thing.
the trigger.
Look at this thing whip. I mean, it literally is like a bow and arrow on top of that ball. Even if you block that in the right spot, the arm swing's gonna beat you. That's a beautiful swing.
Man, I want
She's
more
excited.
of her.
I know, she's excited.
Get back out here, Schmidt.
She's like, that felt really good.
How about the big on the other side? Carter through the block. And that one hurts. That was Carter. The team's leading scorer for Kansas State now has 3 kills. Ella Larkin, the senior from Mays, Kansas. And Shomer is this time going to go Bonde on the outside. An eye for an eye.
I mean, you give her that much line, she's gonna crunch it. Oh, good. She liked that swing.
And you do see Ava Armour here on the sidelines with her shoulder getting some attention too. And Grimes bundles up her presence. The team's 4th ace. Did they have one of those around for you, Aaron, when you were hitting?
No. No wonder I can't lift my shoulder.
Grimes with 2 service aces here tonight.
Oh,
and another
beautiful.
Wow, denial Meg Brown. And I know too that the 3rd member of our team, Gabriella Hogman. Gabby, I believe you had more about Meg Brown you wanted to share with us?
Megan is a California girl that is adjusting to the happiness and culture of Manhattan, Kansas. Meg, when I was speaking to her, she said she moved away from home so that she can understand the adjustment that it'll feel like when she plans to go overseas to play pro volleyball. This fall, she's seeking agencies to work with to go for pro, and she says that the dream country to play in would be Italy.
Of course.
Back to you guys.
I mean,
not only are they incredible volleyball country, but I mean, are you gonna pass her a chance to go?
Heck no. What about Greece though? How is Greece on the international rank?
I don't know. I think France and Italy are the 2.
I'd take a hit just to live in Greece.
Yeah, you're right. Like, oh no, I have to play volleyball here. No, but I love that transition from California to Manhattan, Kansas. That is a culture shock. the Little Apple. Growing up in the Midwest, I frequently went to Manhattan, and it is exactly what you think it is. It is a college town, and it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful place.
Wilson, another bullet over.
Oh, that's tight.
Carter trying to make something out of it. And a fumble here for the Wildcats.
It's a good play, right? Plays it into the net. Basically gets it off for like a rebound play.
So the Knights keep serving. Krzyzewski to Carter. Changes up her speed.
Cool in the net.
Back to serve only Carter.
So Carter, the 5'10" grad student outside, who entered this game late for Coach Mansfield. Armour back on the floor. The dump coming, Grimes reads it. Shomers to Cool, and open court for the vet.
Caitlin Grimes is not letting Szolszewski get another kill on that front line. He's playing really good defense. Nice little paintbrush, middle. Doesn't always have to be a bounce ball. It doesn't always have to be a banger. You can have a nice paintbrush too once in a while.
Myers back outside and causing trouble for UCF. "12 kills for Shaylee Myers. And Meg Brown, who has those aspirations of playing overseas, that Gabby just talked about. Wow! Hey!
5'7", I can hit too.
Don't count me out.
I mean, look at, she didn't even, I mean, she's got some springs.
Love that. Talk about a fiery.
Yeah. Well, you have to,
quarterback.
right? Yeah, you have to compensate, right? You have to be able to jump really high if you want to run a 5'1". She's done a great job. Transfer in from Oregon State.
Getting out of the way, Myers. Krzyzewski again. This time, a charmer. 2 big points for Myers out the gate.
And it was just like ping pong off the block. You know, Emily Wilson read the seam, got trapped, put all the weight on her heels, couldn't react.
So Izzy Szolszewski will serve it up. One of those upperclassmen. Armour outside. Gets a touch in the point. So a little bit of rest for Armour did her good.
Yeah. Kind of preserved that arm swing a little bit.
Hitting 281. 11 kills for the sophomore on your screen. Clinton.
Is that her first error?
For Clinton.
6th. Not including blocks.
Yes.
Right, so she probably has only had 1 hitting error or 5 hitting errors. But I think the first one that's like a true error. The other ones have been blocks.
And they're gonna give it right back to her to find her mojo.
Just swings so high on the ball, right? You've got Bonde in the front row. Got Sasha Cohen in the front row blocking. She's hitting over them. Not just because of her arm swing and everything. She's jumping out of the gym to go get that swing.
Simone Sims, back to serve. Shomers punches it out there. And Wilson notches her 15th kill. Double watch, and she's got 8 digs on the board too.
And it stinks because you still have to count that first set, right? Without that first set, she's probably hitting at that 400 level right now, but only hitting 171 because that first set just totally killed that hitting percentage.
Opposite side now. Sheer laying out the Knights, get the ball over. And they'll give it right back to Clinton.
I mean, so you're gonna have Aaliyah Carter graduate, right? How excited are you if you're Jason Mansfield and you have a sophomore like this who's just fearless, right? Who's just going up there taking big swings. Certainly see an L1 transition there.
Yeah. Pretty positive roots for a coach that took over this program now just 2 years ago.
Another great dig by Sims.
Get out of my way, Carter's there, and Bonde better. Bonde and Cool going up. Showing a tough front.
Good defense by Sims. Good bail by Cool. Just goes out there, right? Takes the step, makes the decision.
The Wildcats lead 2 sets to 1. And the Knights have been out in front since the jump here in set 4. Caitlin Grimes now. Ball up high, Carter.
Good rebound.
This time opposite side, and another error for Clinton. I think you might have jinxed her, Aaron.
Did I? Darn it. Sorry. My bad.
For the 5 seniors on the floor, honored here on senior night for UCF, and that's a big bad one. Alexia Poole, 2 blocks in a row. And a 6-point lead for the hometown Knights. We've got a timeout here. UCF leads 15-9.
Woodhouse Buick GMC has your next vehicle. Take advantage of current offers going on now. Shop in-store or online at woodhousebuickgmc.com. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Y'all see this? Patrick Mahomes is saying goodbye.
Patrick!
People was tripping.
Where are you going?
He was actually saying goodbye to his old phone.
I'm switching to the amazing new iPhone 16 T-Mobile.
It's the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. That's like peanut butter on jelly on gold. Get 4 iPhone 16s on us. Plus 4 lines for $25. And save on every plan versus the other big guys. What a deal. That's a lot if you ask me. If y'all giving it away too fast, T-Mobile, slow down.
Here's a snapshot of the seniors going out and a look at their career stats. And there's going to be some hefty work for Coach Maurer to do some recruiting this year.
Yeah, portal.
Yeah, Chloe Shear, I mean, if you look at this group, I mean, who's going to be the hardest?
Yeah, I don't know.
To replace Bonde, one of those key seniors that Aaron and I just wanted more of.
Yeah. Elementary education major, so maybe we'll see her coaching one day, right?
Would love to see it. Would love to see it. Wilson front row attacking. Husky to Carter. Goodness, she jumps so stinking high.
When she gets that going, like that's the thing that we kind of saw a little bit last year, right? When she's going, she's on. Right, look at this full approach. She's a 4-step approach girl because she's got to get all that momentum up. Takes a big swing, nice and high off Cool's hands.
So Anaya Clinton at the service line, 3rd time.
Great get.
On, wow, what a bailout there. Cool on the slide will get the point, but had the Wildcats not touched it.
Yeah. I don't know if that ball be in or out, but when you have a libero like number 16, Ella Larkin, she's going to go for a lot. But, okay, so this is another test for UCF, right? So you're up by 5. How can you keep it? How can you extend it? And how can you close this set out?
Oh. Meg Brown gets the point there, but it was sheer. Laying it all out to go after that ball.
It sounded worse than it was. She hit that. Blocked her face and blocked the moneymaker. She's done this before. Former gymnast understands the importance of landing correctly, okay?
Thumbs up, guys. She's good. She's good. Poole tried again on the slide. This one, touch. So Knights keep the ball.
And much needed rotation to get out of that, right? That's one of those rotations that they've struggled with. Schomer's in the front row, Poole in the front row, and made an adjustment, put Ava Armour up there.
Mansfield's eyes are just like glass. Carter trying to rally the troops here for K-State. You know, next up for Kansas State, they've got 11 Kansas, Colorado, then BYU. I mean, they were really hoping to come in here and get out early.
I know.
Armour going to work. This is a ping pong game.
It just hasn't slowed down. I mean, the first set was not an indicator of how this match was going to go, I'll tell you that much. 25 to 10. I was like, was that the score? I'm like, is my handwriting bad? Do I have horrible handwriting? I don't mean you do, but.
Carter now out of the bike.
Just like the desk plus, right? So this desk is at our, at our chest level while we're sitting here. She's jumping that plus. So high up in
4
here.
feet,
Oh my
3.5,
God,
4
unreal.
feet.
Just so high.
And Carter's just standing at 5'10" from Dubuque, Iowa. Hey. How about Myers getting a hand in it? The help is here. The help is here.
Just crunches this ball. Ava Armour thought it was going to go over. Yeah. Now, one thing you have to be worried about with her is that she did have she's it just grazed the side of her head. They just want to make sure concussion protocol's here. They just want to be careful. What year is it? Who's the president? What's your mom's name?
These are tough questions.
I know. It's a graze. Good swing. But I love that, like, athletic trainers like, no, we're not going to mess around. We're going to just take a second. We're going to make sure.
Yep.
You know.
So Armour stays out. And Izzy Shashevsky, the senior setter, has the ball at the service line. And it's pounded down. Myers, too straight for Myers in this game, is ratcheted up. 2 points, the differential here. And the distance between these two was 5 seconds ago. So a timeout on the floor. Kansas State has an opportunity to close the door if they claw back. Alexia Poole, a catalyst here for some quick points out of the middle. They're going to need to tap her some more when she gets back on the rotation. Wednesday night Big 12 volleyball here in Orlando, Florida. Erin Campbell, Despina Barton, Gabriella Hogland. Lots of family here in the stands to celebrate senior night. 5 UCF seniors honored before today's contest. Alexia Cool, one of them. And then, of course, you had Chloe Shear, Caitlin Grimes, Heidi Bonde, and Emily Wilson. And some nice artwork over there.
I know. Look how consistent. A lot of stickers, a lot of glitter.
You think I can hire them to come decorate the twins' room?
Yeah, I love the maximalist. You know, it's a good look. The maximalism is a good look for this kind of stuff.
Oh. I know you miss it, Erin. Like, you were talking about just some of those memories that you had from senior night here at UCF.
Yeah, like locker. I mean, we used to have this thing called Noodly, and so anytime I see one or we all see one, we like take a picture and send it to each other. It's stupid. It's so dumb, but it's like little moments like that that bring you back to the stuff that actually matters, of like teammates, relationships, friendships. You know, I have a picture of the seniors in my house. You know, it's just stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
And I imagine some of them came too for the baby shower?
Yeah, I had a few. Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course.
Clinton back on track for K-State. And if this is any indication of the last 2 sets, this one's going to maybe take some extra points to figure out too.
Yeah, and I have, K-State, God love them, they haven't had showed any slowing down, right? So really came back in that third set. I'm going to talk about it every single time we talk about that third set. 9-2 outscored UCF to come back to win. We're down 20-13 at one point. We're down 5 in this set. Certainly notched it up closer.
Clinton on the opposite side now. Chalmers has options. Wilson's blocked. It goes out of bounds. So how about that? Wilson gonna go ahead and get 16 kills.
So 5 before 8. That's all you need. 5 before 8. Score 5 points before your opponent. Is that 8? 7. What's my math? Yeah, 8.
8. You had it right. Erin, you got this. Math is something we haven't signed up for.
I'm smart.
You are smart.
I can count.
Keep it simple.
Touch, yeah.
And what a way for the senior to show out. Just her second game back. She missed 5 to an injury. And returned with the group against Utah over the weekend.
Oh, that should be a double. But we don't call it anymore.
New rule, cool down.
Great serving, get the free ball, transition, easy peasy.
And Coach Mansfield is calling a timeout here. What does he say to his team, Erin?
Yeah, I mean, you know that they fought back, right? So it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility that they can come back and win this set, but it's all about that first ball. Things that they are so good at, they've kind of bailed on late in this set. Good ball control, good passing, good dig location. That's kind of gone away.
Friday night basketball coming up. Southern Illinois. Terry Mahajer just getting his appetizer in for the weekend of athletic events. Probably going to be in Morgantown or West Virginia as the the football team takes on West Virginia. Oh, this guy is the gift that keeps giving.
And the Magic, he's got the Magic hat on.
Oh, we need to find out who this gentleman is because his energy is next level here, supporting women's volleyball.
Chloe Shear's family.
Oh, Chloe Shear's family. Listen, the glitter is always in style.
My aunt digs, what does it say? My aunt digs the, I dig the nights, my aunt digs the something. Oh my gosh. Digs the ball. That's so cute. I love that so much.
And Todd Dagenet, the former coach. UCF's got a great volleyball community around it. And nobody left their seat after that first set, which many could have been discouraged by.
Oh, get it, Heidi. Reflexes.
Coming again with the arm is Clinton. Wilson goes up, roller.
Takes the setter out, free ball situation.
Carter going to work, blocked in her face, Bonde and cool.
Look at how fast that Heidi Bonde reacts to this. Boom. Oh, I mean, it's like accidental. It keeps the play alive. Incredible. And then closes it out with a block.
Sheer.
Great pass.
You know it's going to Carter. She downs it.
I mean, it's like Jumpman right there. It's like Michael Jordan, how high she hangs up in the air. So much spring in those heels.
Shomers. Bonde, give it to her. She deserves it.
Phenomenal night for Bonde. Blocking, playing good defense, swinging super well on the outside.
And now you got the angry serve from Caitlin Grimes on deck for set point. Carter, the hang time there, incredible.
But it buys you time to see what's happening, right? That's why it's so important. She can get up there, kind of take a look, another look, a third look, because she's up there for so long. But she has the ability to kind of see what's going on and make a good defensive play. A good swing.
So fans trying to play a role here. It is set point, but the Wildcats have the ball. And Anaya Clinton, who's been having a career night on the scoring end, is at the service line. And into the net. Guys, we're going to 5 to settle this out. UCF 25, Kansas State 19 on senior night. Coach Mansfield versus Coach Maurer on the way for a race to 15. We'll be right back with set number 5.
Woodhouse Buick GMC has your next vehicle. Take advantage of current offers going on now. Shop in-store or online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Store closes in 5. We just need to grab a few more gifts. Jackpot. That's the one.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
JJ, what? Hey, I made my family disappear. Sorry, guys. I'm just sitting there having the best night of my life. Oh, what's this?
It's a beaut, Jade. It's a beaut.
Get in the car, boy.
Come on, Mom.
When holiday shopping ends, Disney Plus streaming begins.
Welcome back to Nada Yada Island, the reunion. Janina, were you able to find your perfect match on the island?
Well, I'm proof you don't have to settle.
Whoa, Apple Watch SE and iPhone 12?
Guess who else is bundled up?
Hey, Max. I got them both too. Anybody can in Metro.
At Metro, everyone gets their perfect match. iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watches E for only $99.99. Only at Metro.
Let's go! The SEC ACC Challenge next Thursday on ESPN.
The party continues here inside the venue. Despina Barton alongside Aaron Campbell and Gabriella Hogland. UCF fights back, takes set for 25-19. And we got to see a lot of Heidi Bonde. 8 kills for the senior, hitting at a .467 clip.
Yeah, and you know, blocking, a block assist. She has 3. Whenever they put her in to kind of help slow what was happening with Clinton, that's really when she made the shift. Playing really good offensively, keeping plays alive as long as she can, scoring points as often as she can on senior night.
What a tailspin of an evening, Aaron.
I know.
Okay, now you go to 5, right? So it's
Yeah.
a race to 15.
Right.
Who wins and why?
Well, UCF has come out, and they've been the ones that kind of score the points early first. So it's in their favor and how these matches, other than set one, has gone. But as you can see, K-State's still killing at a higher, more efficient rate. Not as high as it was, not as big of a separation. Serving a little bit better. UCF finally doing something offensive or defensively with those blocks. But yeah, it's all about if UCF can play kind of how they played the second, third, and fourth set, the early points are in their favor, right? K-State always kind of made that switch around that 12, 13, 14, 15 point mark. I can't even handle it. I gotta just stop talking. I can't even handle how cute that is. But basically, you know, UCF, they just have to come out and play the same. Now, I know that K-State's gonna come into this fifth set with a lot more energy.
I dig the night, and my auntie digs the ball. She's, of course, talking about
Merchandiser, let's get her
Shear.
done.
Everybody wants, listen.
Get her a clothing line.
You can market her.
Yeah.
I can help publicize.
There you go.
It's done. Actually, listen, Auntie Chloe Shear, that can be her first task.
Yeah.
And break out into the business.
Gosh, if the Knights win tonight, they just stomp on the hopes and dreams of K-State going into that tournament. Now for UCF, you know, implications over, season's basically over, unfortunately, due to their in-conference record, but you can certainly still make a statement and end somebody else's season.
Play spoiler at the net. Wow, just there's
get in there.
Pam.
Oh, she got a third one.
UCF.
She got a third one.
Real
Wow.
crafty here to open up the fifth set.
Oh, whoa, 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 what's going on? Replay. Oh, man. Oh, man. So basically the official blew the whistle for some reason, I don't know why, and play stopped because he thought maybe the ball was down, so now it's a replay. 1, way to hang. 2, way to hang. Chloe Shear, soccer player? Question mark?
Gymnast, soccer player.
And then the official blew the whistle for some reason, but takes, oh man, what a good rally that would have been.
But Cam Shelton there in the back row for UCF. Myers elevating Shear.
Oh, oh, oh. Good save.
Everybody having a
Watch
hand
it,
to
Dom.
add a system.
Go swing, Heidi.
Bonde tips it, comes right back at him. Knights left chasing it.
Yeah, couldn't get her feet to the ball, right? You got to keep her off the net a little bit, allow her some room at the net. But good defense all around. See, it's too tight, right? Can't get her feet to the ball. Tries to rebound it. See that pain as she comes down.
So Aaliyah Carter will continue to serve. And Shelton, the youngster, watches that ball sail out of bounds. Shear and Shomers, the captains for UCF. Myers and Shear is there. She's everywhere.
She's playing phenomenal.
Lights out. Wow. And Carter edging here the defense for the point.
Total paintbrush. But you know, when you jump that high and you think somebody's gonna swing that hard, you're kind of like trapped on your heels, right? Trying to make the play. Gotta stay nice and nimble. Gotta stay on the balls of your feet, make the play.
Wilson gets it in. This is a team that could not hit inside the lines in the first set.
It couldn't, like period, could not hit inside the lines. I think Ava Armour was the only person that was even remotely positive. Have since certainly found their groove. Good read, good communication from the back row telling her it's open. Oh, great serve.
Myers elevating the block there with Shomers. Thought that was going to Schmidt, but
nice and high.
Consider Wilson.
Great swing. Oh, great dig. Oh my
And
gosh.
the Wildcats can't get it over.
But
Wilson, back-to-back kills.
And I think that's what she was going for in that first set, that nice high swing. She just couldn't find the system. She couldn't find the hands, couldn't find what she needed to. Maybe it was kind of overcompensating, but has since really locked in on that line swing. And it's hitting efficiently because of it.
Myers again, the block, cool. Right on cue this time.
Great serving, one-dimensional team. Cool can go and bail, done, 6-7, that's what you want. Reaching still a little bit, get the feet there, but.
Jeski, back row to Carter. And everyone's going to cover Wilson as she tries to kiss the line there.
Good defense. Now you have Clinton coming to the front row. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Good rotation if you're K-State. Great pass.
On the slide, Cool, activated in, is touched. So Knights get the ball right back.
And I gotta give it to these fans. They have not slowed down. I'm telling you, this is a 5th set. They are just as active as they were in the first. Great swing by Lex Cool. Ooh, I thought that was gonna drop.
Wilson's serve sails out. And we're gonna look at Simone Sims set up for Coach Mansfield's team. Perfect pass by Grimes. Cool. That's the highest percentage shot on the court for them.
And the difference is she was swinging line, then she goes cross court, right? So sees the block, makes an adjustment. Clinton actually bails a little bit. Oh, excuse me, that's Carter, bails a little bit too far wide. See, she's already beat because of her bad setup. So then that leaves that seam for Cool to go in and take a swing.
Calling for it was Schmidt there, tight. Wilson covers her. Carter swinging away. Grimes calling for it. Armour ready to hit. She gets it.
And that's why you love watching Caitlin Grimes, right? She makes plays go longer. That ball could have easily been played by Wilson. Cool reaches behind, a little bit of chaos, but then there's this cool, calm collectedness. Watch this, steps in, betters the second ball, frees it out to Ava Armour to go get the swing.
Knights lead by 3, set 5, a race to 15. Wilson out of the back row.
Oh, great get.
And she gets it, Shomers.
Teams will switch sides. So again, it's in the favor of UCF to have a short run match, right? They've come out the last 4 sets on top, leading the charge. It's at that 15-point, 16, 17, 18-point swing where they've gone down.
And so we're going to take a break here at that midway point. We'll be back with the rest of set 5. Don't go anywhere.
Woodhouse Buick GMC has your next vehicle. Take advantage of current offers going on now. Shop in-store or online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
In the wilderness, fearless and human. Sauvage, eau forte, the new parfum, Dior.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu, we're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh.
I think we've got the Rockettes
I get
on
it.
deck.
No, it's the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders from the show, America's Sweethearts. I was like, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? And then it's like synapses connected, brain work, the 3 brain cells connected.
I'm glad it did. We're in Orlando, Florida, set number 5. Kansas State, UCF, and the Knights with a 4-point advantage. Lex Cool at the service line.
Ooh.
just out to the right. And we're going to see how Kansas State responds. Ella Larkin, the senior.
We'll get it.
Freebie over. And this one's going no other than to Clinton. Back where she left things off. 25 kills for the sophomore.
But Ava Armour blocking one-on-one, just has to drop that hand inside. See how it kind of came off the net? Again, independent hands. Drop that right hand in that seam. Take that shot away.
Armour on the opposite side.
Caitlin Grimes.
Trying to get out of the way here.
Unbelievable.
And
She's
Armour.
unreal. She's unbelievable.
I mean, she's a ninja for a reason.
Oh my gosh, just everywhere.
The black belt steps off the court.
And that's the kind of play we know she has. You know, she struggled a little bit in serve receive, had to come out because of it. But it's the things that she contributes defensively that make you just want to keep her on the court as much as you can. But man, service errors in this third set. Add up fast.
2 for UCF. So on the other end, Anaya Clinton, that redshirt sophomore from Midland, Texas, who's been having her way on the offensive end of things for the Wildcats. Trying to track it down. No, Bonde! We are seeing the best of Bonde here on senior night.
And not because she doesn't play like this consistently, it's that she just hasn't had the chance because of her injuries. But a phenomenal night so far for her.
9 kills on 17 attempts. Going for it now, Carter. And the Knights keep the ball and the momentum. So what's Coach Mansfield saying to his team, who, by the way, were rocking and rolling in the first set?
Yeah, rocking and rolling. Had an impressive almost 500 hitting percentage as a team, had 3 players hitting perfect. It's been a huge shift, and I don't know if it's, I think it's because of this really scrappiness of the defense, right? I don't think that K-State expected that UCF and Chloe Shear and Caitlin Grimes would come out and play the way that they have, honestly.
Probably thought they were going to fold after that first set.
Right, especially after that first set. But since then, the defense has picked up significantly for UCF, and it's been harder for K-State to maintain that. They went from hitting 400 to 300. Now they're hitting 287 as a team coming into this 5th set, and UCF has matched that. So you can imagine how much of an offensive swing that's been, but it's been led by the defense, slowing down the offense, not allowing players to hit 1,000. It's been a defensive showcase for UCF tonight, for sure.
Are you sure that this team and the seniors can't get one more year of eligibility?
I know, right? I don't know. I don't work for the NCAA. I'll give it to them. It doesn't mean anything.
I made Aaron do a rundown and break down to me, why can't they play anymore? And, you know, there was some caveats there during the COVID year where you did see some players get that extra year.
Yeah, and here's the hitting percentage by set. So K-State's hitting 0 right now. But look at that, almost 500 in the first set versus a negative. Then they start to even out. UCF hitting 609 in the 4th. Leveled that playing field out significantly. So huge shifts on offense and big plays on defense for UCF.
And you knew this ball was going to Aaliyah Carter.
But goes back row now. Now, she's been more effective in the back row than she has been in the front row. They've pushed that ball to her. They've set the pipe. She's done a really good job of making good plays. But you definitely want to make sure you're going to get more production.
Wilson, the block is there. Shomers gives it right back.
Oh, great dig.
Lining up is Meyer. Shear. I'm trying to get out of the way there was Meg. Ducking out of system. Tam keeps it up.
Good line shot. Great swing.
Talk about keeping this in
Chloe,
play.
what is going on?
Bonde just trying to end things. Myers does. Opposite end.
That's a great rally. Great rally. Myers got 4 out of those plays. Wait for her to hang. and make those plays. 4 swings on that rally just to keep the play alive. Timeout by Jenny Maurer. So hasn't seen enough. And Chloe almost got it up.
Shear with 22 digs tonight.
20?
22.
Oh my goodness.
22 digs for the woman that surpassed 1,500 against Utah over the weekend.
Let's see what her career high is, because I feel like it's got to be up there.
We're checking the record books for you, Chloe.
Don't count on me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to look.
Shear, one of the 5 seniors honored on this court before the contest began. You see all the family members in the stands.
So career high dig against Nevada at 30. So she's 8 behind her career high, but phenomenal night for Chloe Shear.
And of course, Emily Wilson, 19 kills, 10 digs. So she got her double-double. But I, you know, it probably doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't walk out with a W here tonight.
Yeah, on senior night. This is one you want more than anything, right?
And really, this was a group that's seen a lot of highs, but really they're rolling into here with an 11-game losing streak. So they've had lulls, and this team could have given up. And Coach Maurer says there's not a day that practice isn't at the most, you know, the highest level, and these women aren't fighting for each other out there. It's a tough conference, and you're dealing with injuries. So to see this performance today, and if they can close it out, what a win. There's no coincidence that Wilson and win go hand in hand. More of that. Jim gets quiet. Shear with the ball. Krzyzewski will hit Meg on the slide. And Wilson's there for the block. Get up, everybody. Get up.
Not just a block, but a stuff block. Good read. See how she tracks it the whole time? Just tracks. Watch, 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 watch. Waits. Times it perfectly. Oh, I love blocking so much. I missed that. That's the only thing I miss. No, I can't jump anymore, but oh, bummer. Good swing though, really good swing.
Myers keeps the Wildcats in the combo.
So 2 before 4. I told you UCF had the advantage coming in. They were the ones, knock on wood. They have led early in the sets in most cases. It's towards the end where they couldn't close it. Oh, great dig.
Tracking joust at the net, Wilson again.
And wow. Again, UCF has nothing to play for other than pride. I'm not, you know, from a conference standpoint, from other challenge in the net, they're just going to challenge at this point, right? It's a free timeout.
Yep, the Knights.
Challenge in the net. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, Aaron. I mean, the Knights here have a chance to snap that 11-game losing streak. Winning for pride, right? There's a lot.
Yeah.
Senior night. And the height of emotions.
Yep, so they're trying to see if Emily Wilson's in the net. No. It's just a timeout. Just to regroup, stop momentum. Shouldn't take long. Again, thank you for camera angles. Yeah, stuff like that, you know, that's a design play, it just kills momentum.
All right, everybody, get on your feet. It is match point here inside the venue. Wednesday night volleyball, Big 12 in Orlando, Florida. And Caitlin Grimes has the serve. Serve is over. This one. The Knights trying
Chloe.
to scoop it up. It's going to keep going. Shaylee Myers, the disruptor.
Again, good rotation for UCF. This is rotation 4.
And Izzy Shashesky, the senior setter for K-State.
Tough rotation for UCF.
Wilson got it, and it is the Knights that pull off the comeback. What a victory here on senior night. The arm and will of Emily Wilson and company. Aaron, what's your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, that this team does not give up fighting, right? You know, it's been a tough season. Remember, K-State just beat TCU, took them in 3, swept them. What UCF did after that first set, who would have thought they'd come back and win that second set, third set, whatever? I don't remember the order. But how, 25-10, I thought the match was over, I'll be honest. But they came in, they kept fighting, really relied on their seniors. Emily Wilson got in there, Heidi Bonde, Chloe Shear probably had one of the best matches we've seen from her ever. Played phenomenal volleyball tonight.
If you are a UCF fan, you got a special treat here tonight as the Knights not only snap an 11-game losing streak, they get their second Big 12 victory. Everybody was healthy and available to the group for the first time in a long time for Coach Jenny Maurer, and the seniors go home on the home court with a victory. Hearts out for this UCF squad and all its fans. And I know that we have our very own Gabriella Hogland with the star of the defense, Chloe Shear. So Gabriella, please take it away.
Chloe, tonight was a close and competitive game. What strategies did UCF use to accomplish